Hi, my name is John April, and I'm a property manager here in Ontario. What I try to do is to find moments in everyday life because I often draw, parallels between my daily work as a property manager and connect it or, just oppose it with scripture. So basically, I try to bring out, certain things from the ordinary or our everyday life and really find something in scripture to just try to inspire or teach or uplift someone going through something mundane. So today, I want to speak to you about something very, very important. It's about something that really occurs here in the, property management process or period is what we call the 60-day notice. So as a tenant here in Ontario, you would have to give notice when you are vacating your unit, and you would have to do it 60 days in advance of when you would move out. It's in the law in Ontario here. That is how it's done. So you have to provide a 60-day notice, which is required when you plan to move out. So at first glance, it's just protocol. It's just paperwork. You have to provide the dates. You have to sign certain documents. But I want you to look deeper, and its significance. It's an act of honor, transparency. So let me draw a very important parallel from the scripture so that I can explain this 60-day notice. So we all know how when Moses was leading the Israelites from, Egypt to the promised land, he had to go through so many areas. And one of the places that he had to find himself was in Edom. Edom belonged to the descendants of Esau, Jacob's brother. And according to Numbers 20:14-21, Moses had to ask for passage through Sodom. He even went extra to a step further to state where he wanted to pass through, what he wanted to do. And I tend to find that process where Moses was asking the king of Edom passage, I just tend to find as the 60-day notice. I'm just drawing parallel from that, as a tenant, you give your 60-day notice. Moses in the Bible is giving him notice that, look, I'm going to pass through your country. We will not go through any field or vineyard or break anything. We just want to use the main road and just pass through the town. So this wasn't just politeness. It's a respect for, someone else's territory, and timing and the process. It's much like the 60-day notice. It gave space for decision and transition. It also acknowledged that someone else's land, like someone else's time, deserves honor. So just like your rental unit, when you're going to leave it, you have to provide notice to the property manager and say, look, in the next 60 days, please, I'm moving out. You can bring in tenants so that I can move out. So what does this imply? So just as we must honor rental agreements, God calls us to honor the seasons and spaces we occupy. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a home, we are stewards, we are servants, we are not owners. So when it's time to move on, we do so not in hate or in silence, but with clarity and compassion. So I'm also going to reference a Bible scripture because in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1, it says, to everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. So a 60-day notice is not just exiting, it's about preparing the way for what's next or for what is to come. So both you and for someone else. So I just want to encourage you that if you are in this season of transition, giving notice, writing, giving notice, signing the paperwork, waiting on change, or letting go, know that God is in the details. He is in the paperwork. He is waiting, the cleaning process, the letting go. Just as you prepare a unit for someone else, He is preparing your next place, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So give notice and trust the process. Leave your rental unit with integrity and walk into grace. That's my motivation for you, to inspire you and to let you see the perils of life. Catch me on the other video.